Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, latest news, all the updates. Remember, every single day here on the channel, subscribe and be part of the family. There are updates at every single minute, every single second, so stay absolutely tuned with all the very latest. And let me restart from where we finished with the exclusive bomb of the night, Ronald Araujo to Liverpool. I told you absolutely everything on this exclusive story in the video overnight, but there is more to tell you. More updates, more stories and more situations to clarify. Let me start by mentioning the first thing, the official confirmation, because Ronald Araujo is not traveling with the Barcelona squad. He's not with them. They play in Udine this weekend, and so Ronald Araujo is clearly leaving. Ronald Araujo will travel tomorrow, Sunday, to Liverpool, medical test, contract signing, and then time for official announcement. Everything confirmed, loan deal with an option to buy. The value of the option to buy clause is 55 million euros. This is going to be the potential money Liverpool will give Barcelona in summer 2027. Why potential? Because the buy option clause is not mandatory, so it's just an option, it's not a guaranteed buy in the summer transfer window 2027. Let me add something for you. For those who were asking me, Ronald Araujo is a centre back, will they sign also a right back? My understanding is that Liverpool, at least as of today, then let's see in the next weeks, I never close doors to things in general, because knowing the market, things can always change. But as of today, Liverpool see Ronald Araujo as a centre-back, of course, but eventually also as a right-back when needed. Obviously defensive, but also right-back. And so I don't expect Liverpool to add anything else in that position, at least as of now. Should the situation change, we'll be here to tell you more. On Barcelona, also two more players not traveling. One is Ronald, the Swedish winger who is leaving the club. Could be a loan, could be a permanent transfer. I told you yesterday, exclusive story, that he's going to leave the club, and it's confirmed. In case of permanent transfer, Barcelona want to include an option to buy back the player and maintain future control on him. And then the other player not traveling is Marc Casado. For Marc Casado, there are several opportunities. At the moment, still nothing advanced with Al Hilal or any other club. Still, his agent, Jorge Mendes, exploring the market to find the right solution. So it's still an open case, an open situation. There could be other clubs in the race from those who are linked at the moment. So let's follow the situation, but Casado out of Barcelona project at the moment and available on the market. For Barcelona, the other big story of the day is regarding Ferran Torres. Because I told you during the last week, the last 20 days, for Barcelona it's a very clear situation. Barcelona want to keep Ferran Torres at the club. He will only leave if he wants to go. So it's on Ferran to decide. It's on Ferran to make his decision public. And today, the agency of Ferran Torres is confirming off records that the agreement between Ferran Torres and Paris Saint-Germain is done. So Ferran Torres informed Paris Saint-Germain that he wants to join them, and Ferran Torres also informed Barcelona that he wants to go to Paris Saint-Germain. So it's basically over between PSG and Barça, because Barça, according to my information, will not force Ferran Torres to stay at the club. Barcelona will now discuss with Paris Saint-Germain, so there will be negotiations about the price, the fee in the next days, and then we will understand more about the addition for PSG. Obviously, Ferran Torres already approved by Luis Enrique, so Paris Saint-Germain are ready to negotiate now with Barcelona, but again, Barça will not block the player. Now they need to find a financial agreement, but Ferran Torres to Barcelona, it's Ferran Torres and Barcelona, it's a story coming to an end, and Ferran Torres to Paris Saint-Germain, it's now a clear decision made by the player who wants to leave Barça. Talking about players and Barça, guys, new updates for you on the Rodri saga, on the Rodri story. Guys, I maintain what I'm telling you. I know the informations from England yesterday have been quite negative, that Manchester City were laughing off the offer from Barcelona, that there was big distance, and for sure Barcelona were never expecting the first bid, 45 plus 5 million euros, to be accepted. But I maintain my position. All parties involved in this story, including also the most important officials at Manchester City, believe that this deal is going to happen. Barcelona are totally confident, player side totally confident, and even Man City understand that Rodri only wants to go to Barcelona. Rodri made clear to Man City that he wants to go to Barça. And I think for the respect there is between Man City and Rodri, they know that they have to find a solution. Then Man City will only accept the bid when the money is right, obviously, but the conversation with Barcelona remains active, and the new bid is coming, so Barcelona are going absolutely all in for Rodri, and I'm ready to take a clear position. All parties believe this deal will happen. Then, talking about more opportunities, more deals, and more stories. I wanted to add something also regarding the situation of Romelu Lukaku. Keep an eye on Romelu Lukaku, because Lukaku is now ready to leave Napoli. Lukaku is not part of the Napoli pre-season training camp because he wants to go. And for Romelu Lukaku, there is a possibility with Fenerbahce. Atalanta United have called for days, but at the moment still don't have an agreement with Lukaku. Monaco are out of the conversation. Fake news. Monaco are not interested in Lukaku. For Romelu Lukaku, Fenerbahce are now pushing. It's the president of Fenerbahce personally pushing with Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku wants to go to Fenerbahce, so very good connection between the club, the president, and Lukaku. Now, an agreement with Napoli is needed in order to get the deal done, but Romelu Lukaku to Fenerbahce is a strong possibility. It's a concrete deal, a concrete discussion taking place in these hours, and so Fenerbahce, after Mason Greenwood and after all the ambitious move they are doing in the summer transfer window, they also want to add Romelu Lukaku to their squad. So there is a conversation underway for this one. And just to close the video, guys, I wanted to mention something also about the situation of Chelsea and goalkeeper, because Xabi Alonso has been clear. Xabi Alonso decided to speak to the press directly and say, on Diogo Costa links, someone said Diogo Costa to Chelsea, Diogo Costa talks advanced, Diogo Costa close. These sources, guys, are absolutely not true, because the reality is that Chelsea are not negotiating for Diogo Costa at this stage. He's a fantastic goalkeeper, so who doesn't like the Portuguese keeper? Every time he's playing with Porto or with Portugal, he's incredible. The coach of Porto, Francesco Farioli, also said in an interview recently, this is a top goalkeeper. When he returns from holidays after the World Cup, we have to close the airport, he said, because we don't want him to leave. So this is the feeling around the keeper. He's fantastic. But Xabi Alonso said, I'm very happy with the goalkeepers we have. Robert Sanchez, Mike Penders, so he's convinced Chelsea can compete with these goalkeepers. Also in this case, guys, in the market, we never know, should the situation change, I will keep you posted, but at the moment on Diogo Costa, it's everything quiet with Chelsea. Also Chelsea keep working on the outgoings for Benoit Badiashile, for all the other opportunities for some of the players who can leave, like Mikhailo Mudryk, who has possibilities on loan. So there are plenty of movements at Chelsea. I will still keep an eye also on Tosin because there is interest, and then we will understand more on all the next big moves. Guys, on all these things, I will keep you posted as always in the next videos and all my platforms. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your opinion. Ronald Araujo and Liverpool, how do you see the 55 million euros by option clause? Ferran Torres going to Paris Saint-Germain and not staying at Barcelona, but also Lukaku, Rodri, Diogo Costa, and all the rest, also Casado. So many stories. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon. Thank you.